Okay, guys, so this will be like a short guide or like a scrappy guide to the Guardian Ardent Censor Shaco. Um, I'm the original creator of this build, and I started playing it, I think, in late season 9 or something like that. And as you can see, I've mained Shaco since essentially since season 4, I think. I think it's this account, yeah. Since I've mained Shaco since season 4, always with pretty good win rates, almost close to 60% every season. Account banned, bye bye. We go season 6, season 7. Season 7, 62% win rate. Here I played Pike for most of the season, but I still played a lot of Shaco for 55% win rate, and this is my current account. Season 9, 56% win rate on Shaco in almost 300 games, and Season 10, 58% win rate on Shaco in the same amount of games, pretty much. And this season, if we go to tier graph, I played. Does it show? It doesn't show. Wait, no, we go monthly. Okay, we go monthly. I started playing this build mainly because I wanted to get masters with it. As you can see, in April, I got a full-time job. Yeah, feels bad, but I made it to almost Diamond 1 using purely the Ardent Censor Shaco. And the idea behind this is a combination of runes, and as you can see in preseason, it's working really well too. The combination of runes and items that synergize really well together on Shaco. My personal philosophy on Shaco is that while being a very item reliant champion that requires a lot of gold, Shaco actually doesn't really need specific items. He can be built in almost any way you want, since he has decent AP and AD scalings, decent mechanics that he can use with AP, AD, or tank. So I'll get into it now. We usually go in the runes. Wait, where is it? In the runes, we go for a rune page that looks, depending if you go jungle or if you go tank. Can we turn off the sound? That's awful. That's terrible. What? Fuck off. Okay, thank you. In the runes, we head for the 2 key runes in this keystone. In the resolve tree are Guardian, since it helps you protect yourself. It procs off your clone. It triggers Guardian, and you can help teammates with it. Like especially in early skirmishes, no one expects a shield in a level 3 2v2 coming out from a Shaco, let's say Shaco Trinamir 2v2. Nobody expects that, right? So it's very good for baiting, very good for early skirmishes, very good for saving people from stuff like Ignite. Because it triggers, like, if people are about to die or low, automatically. The second keystone, this is the most important keystone for this build, is Font of Life. Impairing the movement of an enemy champion marks them for 4 seconds. Ally champions who attack marked enemies heal for 5 plus 1% of your max health over 2 seconds. So, what this means is, with Shaco's abilities, his trap, his check in the box, which fears enemies, his exploding clone, which fears enemies, and especially his E. Shaco's E ability. He will proc this on enemy champions. And if you didn't know, which I'm posting this on Shaco main, so you do know. But if you didn't know, Shaco's E has a passive that whenever you auto attack an enemy champion while 2 shift poison, his E ability, is off cooldown, is ready to go, you will always slow on basic attacks. This is very important, and I mean, every decent Shaco player should know anyways that you only press E if you secure the kill with it. If you're safe that the enemy is dead, then you press E. Or if you can't catch them, then you press it to poke, right? Okay. So back into the tree, we go for conditioning. Conditioning, why? Very good late game scaling. If you build HP, if you build Ardent Censor, if you build stuff like Staff of Flowing Water, you won't be building more resistances. This just adds on top of your resistances. It's just overall a really good rune. I mean, it takes 12 minutes to kick in, but I think you can survive that. 9 armor, 9 magic resist, and 5% bonus stats. Hell yeah. Better than bone plating and second wind, in my opinion. Second wind is maybe good for laning, and bone plating against like burst trading laning, it's nothing Shaco really does, in my opinion. You could take second wind if you're laning, I guess. And as last, you can take whatever, really. You can make your heal stronger, you can go for like more HP scaling, which synergizes with conditioning. Or you could go for unflinching. I kind of like unflinching or overgrowth. These are my go-tos. Okay, so this is the main tree, and in the second tree, it depends. Do you go support, or do you go for jungle Shaco? With jungle Shaco, I usually like to take inspiration. Inspiration. Why? This rune right here is fucking badass. Approach velocity. Gain 7.5% move speed towards nearby enemies that are movement impaired. This bonus increased to 15% movement speed for any enemy champions that you impair. What does this mean? This means whenever you basic attack someone while your 2-shift poison is off cooldown, you get move speed. It's a phage. It's literally a free phage for you, since your passive is a frozen mallet. So you always have that bonus movement speed in combat, which is amazing for ganking, obviously. Like, you are so sticky. And since this build is about, if you duel, you do damage very slowly, right? So you're gonna have to chase, and this helps you with that. This is amazing for it. And secondly, you can go for maybe magical footwear, or I like to run Futures Market. Since if you don't get far ahead early, you can be kind of weak, and this helps you like sort of mitigate that by maybe getting a core item on your first back with it, or finishing a mythic item with it when you don't have the money for it. This Futures Market is a very solid rune. Usually I go attack speed, armor, and attack speed, adaptive force, and armor. Or if the enemy team is heavy magic resist, we go, of course, for magic resist. Yeah. So, onto items. What I usually run, very important for this build too, red smite. Blue smite on Shaco, or blue smite in general, is, I think it's very bad. Compared to like red smite, red smite is amazing. It's like a mini exhaust. Like, whenever you hit it on someone, they deal less damage to you, and you get a burn on them, like a mini ignite plus a mini exhaust for a personal exhaust. It's amazing. It's really good for dueling, really good for early skirmishing, really good for getting ahead in the game. After that, if you don't have magical footwear, you should get like tier 1 boots, and then you should rush towards your mythic item. In jungle, this mythic item will most of the time be Sunfire Aegis. Sunfire Aegis is an item that helps you clear. You get your Bami Cinder very fast to clear the jungle. And Sunfire Aegis, the longer you are in combat, the more damage it deals, which is good with the Shaco build, since you will be in combat for longer times. Since you are tanky, you don't really die, which is amazing. It gives you 30 armor, Fetchic magic resist, and 450 health. And it gives you cooldown reduction, which is really nice. It's a jack of all trades tanky item, which is amazing. At the moment, it's really overpowered. I think they nerfed it a bit, but it's very strong, especially on Shaco, since you won't be building any more tank items after this. Once you get this item, or once you get even Bami Cinder with like Red Smite, you can duel almost anyone in the game, really. After this, you go into either Ardent Censor or you go into Staff of Flowing Water. This depends on whether your team is more a basic attack heavy, or if it's spellcaster heavy, or for example, if your ADC is a Kai'Sa, and both of these items are really good, right? Or a Kale. Kale is synergizes so well with Kale, like these hybrid attackers. Synergizes really well with them, but I prefer the Ardent Censor since it like gives you attack speed, it gives you more dueling power in general, and afterwards I get the Staff of Flowing Water. If you don't have any AP on your team, it's still good for you, but I wouldn't really buy it. What's really nice about Staff of Flowing Water is the bonus movement speed you apply. If you didn't know what Staff of Flowing Water is, it's essentially Ardent Censor, but instead of attack speed and on-hit damage, it grants movement speed and ability power. Up to 40 ability power, which is a lot of ability power. If I look, what does this item do? It gives you 40 ability power. This is 850 gold in pure stats that you're giving, plus boots. So it's like almost 1,100 gold in stats that you're giving to your whole team for 2,300 gold. Holy shit, that's amazing. That's really powerful. And for boots, I usually run plated steel caps or mercury treads, depending. If you're against an AD heavy team, I would highly recommend Frostfire Gauntlet. This item is so good. It gives you 50 armor and 25 magic resist instead of the 30-30 Sunfire Aegis gives. And the passive is that you get more health and size. Okay, we need the mythic passive of Sunfire Aegis, of course. The more items you buy, the more cooldown reduction you get, which is really good on Shaco, of course. More boxes, more fears. You ult more often, you go stealth more often, you're harder to catch. Everything's really good here. And this, first of all, it's gonna make you laugh, right? And secondly, the 100 extra health synergizes with the bonus resistances you're gonna get from conditioning, and yeah. Otherwise, against heavy AP, you can go for Camp Tank Purifier, which gives you tenacity. The more items you buy, it's essentially the Bami Cinder items are free items, right? You have the Jack of all trades with the Sunfire Aegis. You have the Turbo Camp Tank, which is good against AP and CC, and then you have the Frostfire Gauntlet, which is good against AD heavy comps. And you can adapt around that. I don't really like building the Camp Tank, even though it can be really good if you can activate it while you're stealthed, so you can stealth Camp Tank and then essentially burst a slow over their entire team, which is pretty good, which I like to use with old Randuins. I like to do that sometimes, combined with Ardent Censor. Very strong. Okay. After you get your Ardent and your Staff of Flowing Water, you're gonna get a Knight's Vow most of the time, which is a really good item. Otherwise, you can go into other supportive items if you want to clear wards. Umbral Glaive is really good, or a Redemption can be really good. The good thing about these support items is they're really cheap. You don't need a lot of money for them, and you gain the bonus stats from mythic items for legendary items. That's very, very nice. You can get like healing reduction too if you want. Both of these are just fine. Okay, so now that we've discussed the build, how do you actually play this? I'm gonna go into replays here. Let's see, do I have something? Oh yeah, this was a very good game. I went Frostfire Gauntlet. I should not have gone Frostfire Gauntlet, by the way. That's why we lost the game, probably, but I wanted to be Big Shaco, because Big Shaco is fucking hilarious, okay? But I think this game was... or actually... I want to show the dueling power of this build as well. I think this is the game against the Ash, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, okay. Very good game too. It took 40 minutes, so you can see this game is still this build is still viable in late game, nonetheless. Okay, I went 17-9 and 24 overall. I think that's pretty fucking decent. Holy shit! It's been 15 minutes already. When did that happen? I just talked for 15 minutes. Okay. Well, so let's see. This game, I think I snowballed rather early. against their team. We had a mid lane Kayn, which is kind of weird. We were sort of full AD. So I did not build a Staff of Flowing Water this game, since we were full AD. They had a Malphite full tank, I think, but it didn't matter because Camille deals a lot of true damage. Our bot lane did not do so hot this game. And yeah, the Kayn mid is sort of weird, right? So what I usually like to do is do the classic Shaco start, where you do you clear raptors with your what is it called? You clear raptors with your oh shit, I think my PC just lagged out. Okay, you clear raptors with your boxes, and then you go red, Krugs, and then gank. It's a really solid start, and a lot of the time it will get you a kill. So we look, I think I maybe even fucked it up here, but let's see. I probably fucked it up. I'm still rather new to the start. Also, let's turn down the sound. Everything is so loud right now, it's very annoying to me. Okay, we look at Shaco, please. Okay. As you can see, I fucked it up, so I had to smite it, but it doesn't really matter. It's okay. But this is the idea of the start. If you don't have to smite the raptor, you can get your clear faster, you can gank faster, and sometimes you will be bot if bot is still level 1. Okay, so we pick these up. These are very valuable. We gank. Shazam! And here we see Guardian procced on Pantheon. The surprise shield. It didn't really help him survive, but it's useful. I think before they changed Guardian to like the bigger range, it used to give movement speed, which I liked more, but yeah. So now we're straight heading mid lane because we have to get to our top side of the jungle, right? So we just ganked mid, ignited her, I overestimated my damage, and I just started invading. Because I want to get over this wall, I want to kill this LeBlanc. Because she's staying. Okay, bye-bye, dead. Sadly, I die here too, I think. But I think we kill... No, we don't kill the Kha'Zix because this Kayn is boosted. Look at him, he used E. Why would he use E? Whatever. Doesn't matter, I died. Kha'Zix survives. We're all good. We bought ourselves a Bami Cinder. Now we can clear the jungle at hyper fast speeds, okay? Very good. Wait, I can put this up permanently. Yes, okay. I think I'm gonna gank top now. Really easy to gank. Or is it mid? Nah, it's top. Yeah, we kill the Malphite. Okay. We push it. We force Malphite's teleport here. Very good. Camille gets to keep the teleport, but she uses it because she's griefing. It's okay. So this is basically like... This is not different from a standard Shaco early game. You gank a lot. You are very powerful because your ganks are very powerful. Your gank routes are powerful. People cannot see you. You still get to pick up kills. It doesn't really change. You still sort of snowball. I'm 3-1 right now. I'm 30 CS to 29 CS. I'm doing great. Doing great. So we hop in the late part of the game. Okay. Now we have Sunfire Aegis complete. And we're gonna hop to fight. What happens here? Let's see. Okay. We catch the Kha'Zix. Never mind, we catch the Gromp. And I think this is a dragon fight. Yeah, this should be a dragon fight. This is for dragon right now. And I can just do this because like okay, could you imagine doing this as AD Shaco right now? Just standing there, face hitting them? You'd be fucking dead. For sure. Okay. And we kill the bug. Okay, bye-bye. And now Aphelios, big dick, okay? Big dick Aphelios. We know. And this is where we decide, okay, Ardent Censor is the way. Aphelios gets it to the fight. And mind you, we get assists on almost everything here. I think. No, we don't. But what we did here is we baited a fight for the dragon. We baited a fight for the dragon. We aced them. And we're still super alive. Why? Sunfire Aegis, baby. We're tanky. We're tanky, Shaco. With Assassin Shaco, we would have died 10 times there. What? Okay, we get dragon. We look for another fight where we are valuable. Let's see. Let's see. This is a Baron fight. Okay. Let's check the Baron fight. Or after Baron fight. We are now fully online, by the way. In this state of the game, we are fully online. We're almost full build. We have a Redemption, we have an Ardent Censor, and we have a Knight's Vow. We are really powerful. Actually, let me showcase once we got Ardent Censor. Did I have Ardent Censor here? No, I did not. I think I had Ardent Censor here. Yeah. Okay, so this is when I just completed Ardent Censor. 7-3 to the 5/5 Ashe, who has Immortal Shield Bow. We hop back 15 seconds. And we see how much of a chance does this Ashe have. And how much worse is this than Duskblade? Okay, here we wait. Okay, when we don't have Ardent yet, but watch as the clone attacks the Ashe. He will proc Font of Life on himself, and therefore we both receive Ardent Censor. Boom, boom. We get Sunfire Cape damage, and she can kite whatever she wants. She just dies the most fucking disappointing death of her life. She does no damage. She just dies. Doesn't matter if she knows whether the clone is real or not, right? That's fucking amazing, isn't it? So this is like a mid-game example, right? We take another mid-game fight here. Okay, let's see this. I think I griefed that fight, kinda. Oh yeah, but this is where we show how much we keep this Aphelios alive in the fight, okay? This is where we show the supportive capabilities of this. Oh, come on, when does this fight ever end? It does not. Okay, let's check this. Okay, Camille gets caught, dies. Pantheon gets caught, pretty much dead too, no? Nah, he's up. Okay. So now we link the Knight's Vow to our friend here. We give him Ardent Censor and we let him wreak fucking havoc, okay? He kills one, there comes Malphite. Okay, and now we watch the value of the Knight's Vow on this guy right now. We watch the Knight's Vow value. 180 damage so far. When will it update? We just give this guy Ardent the entire fight. And now I griefed. I should have stayed with him. I didn't know he had Q back up. I should have stayed with him. I griefed, so he dies. I think. Oh, does he? Nah, he's alive still. Holy shit. Okay, and now we clean up the fight. How do we do this? We are tanky. Actually, we just die. I lied. We die. It's okay, Kayn has Ardent Censor. He will kill everything. Okay, and one thing to note about Ardent Censor. These values, they're not fucking true, okay? I think it shows the entire on-hit damage that has been dealt the entire game. Like 9,500 damage by Ardent Censor. Nah, not true. But alone that fight, that was the first fight of Ardent Censor, we redirected 500 damage to ourselves and tanked it for our AD carry. He would have died with, I think, about 40 life less. So we did our job. Yes, okay. Now we need late game example. Late game example. How does this function in late game? I think we just finished an Ashe here. Is it just a cleanup by Aphelios? Might be. Yeah, I'm pretty low here, actually. Actually, I did not participate much in this fight, did I? Whatsoever. Ah, but I gave Aphelios Ardent, it's okay. And I give him Guardian Shield. I baited the Ashen with the Guardian Shield. Aphelios heals me. Through... I think Nightwolf still heals, right? No, it doesn't. Okay, you only redirect the damage. But I'm still tanky as shit. I tank for him. We're all good. And we get an inhib. Let's see the last fight. Okay, the last fight for Elder Dragon. We engage it, okay. We show Shaco can engage fights. Very good too. Tank Shaco can engage fights. I have 3k health if I quickly get this away. I have 3.1k health right now. It's amazing. Also, this Malphite is fucking huge. What the fuck is that? Jesus. Why is he so big? What? Holy shit, look at. He's flying. It's a bug. It's a replay bug. I like it. It's a good replay bug. Or is it actually just a Frostfire Gauntlet and makes him that huge? Nah, it's a bug. Can we fix this? I don't want this bug. Okay, this is actual Malphite. Okay. Okay. So we engage. We get ulted, we are CC'd. Sad times. Every normal Shaco would have died by now. But it's okay, we're tank Shaco. We play. We give the team Ardent Censor. The team is happy. We tank indirectly for Nightspell. It's all great. It's all amazing. It's all amazing. We didn't protect our ADC, but it doesn't matter. We finish off the Kha'Zix, and the game is over. Yes. And we were useful the entire game. We were useful in the early game as in the late game. Holy shit, this is so laggy. I'm sorry. We join a late fight, but that fight is already won now, actually, isn't it? Oh, actually, our Pantheon got one shot. Nah, this fight is already over before it started. I dodged Malphite ult though. Pretty sweet. But we show the tank value. Look at this. This is a late game Ashe. Hitting us, and not killing. LeBlanc actually almost dies. Hell yeah. Okay. So I hope this is enough. The late game part and the replay reviewing stuff, well, I don't think it was too useful, but I hope it's helpful in general for you to understand how Ardent Shaco works. Alright. Have a nice day.